So some of the best practices that we've done have been in health, agriculture, and education. And of course, what is very close to me is the health component that brings the maternal health. With agriculture project, we've done it in Kenya, and there's an ICT center that is set up somewhere in the eastern part of Kenya. It's in Kisumu. It's very well connected to the internet. And the youth love this ICT center. They're the ones that actually access it the most. So we wanted to bridge that gap from the youth and the elderly people. The elderly people fear the computers. So we were like, how do we bridge that gap? So the youth come to the center. They research some of the information. They even help us to get content that we share on mobile. And then we also use the Telecentre for especially value addition in agriculture. So as a result of this Telecentre, they've come up with a very good value addition program on sweet potatoes, and they're trying to make flour and be able to share it to the rest of the world. And another critical thing about mobile here is that we remind the youth and other people to come to the Telecentre and access information. We found that if we remind the people via SMS and we tell them the time to come, there's been more people coming to the Telecentre at that time that we ask them to come. And for health, we've worked with, especially in maternal health, we find that why this program is very, very different is we found that the women were not coming to the Telecentre, and we were like, but we need to reach them with information on maternal health, we need to reach them with information on ANC, and also because the English, they don't know English, so we found that mobile was a very good way to reach the women. So we coupled this with sending them information via mobile on maternal health. We send them information about ANC, about sanitation, and then we would get this information from the ICT center and send it via mobile. And we found that also the women were not coming because they are busy people. Rural women, the first thing that comes to them is my child and my environment. So, but we wanted to train them in using the ICT center. So we found a very special time for them and a special day for them so that they can come and use the ICT center. Though mobile has been able to bridge the gap between the illiterate part and of the women as well. This is just a slide for us to see how do we marry the two? How do we marry a Telecentre and mobile? When you train the youth at the Telecentre, they want a certificate. So how do we handle that? But again, I also find that with mobile, it could be able to curb illiteracy for us. If someone cannot be able to come to the computer and everything is in English, then at least you can be able to send them information on the mobile, either by voice or by SMS in the language that they understand. And also we found that the telecentres, there's a challenge for rural electrification, powering the telecentre. So even if they cannot be able to get information from the telecentre, they can still get it via mobile. We have another thing I want to emphasize about government participation in a telecentre, especially for sustainability purposes. If that should also happen for us also for the mobile technology. But another thing is also mobile technology closes the language barrier gap, like I explained before. And another thing, mobile can be cheap, but also mobile can be expensive. Setting up mobile programs is not very cheap actually. It might be cheap to be able to reach people, but it's also expensive setting up a mobile technology program. So you have to look at what are the different ways and what are the innovative ways that you're going to use mobile for.